Hi guys, so today I'm gonna give Jack a break because he usually does all the talking. So I'll just be the voice, and today we're gonna review the PHOENIX bow together from Daylite Archery. The bow is 53 inches long and the draw weight is 40 for this one. Although you can get a wide range, 30 to 60 pounds on the Daylite Archery website. This is a laminate bow. The particular laminations that make up the bow is, first off, there's a layer of bakelite, there's a layer of fiberglass, a layer of hard maple, a layer of full carbon, and then another layer of fiberglass. So this bow is $170 US with shipping. So this is their longest option for bows, the PHOENIX, and we're just comparing it to the Skywalk that they make here. The Skywalk is $210 US and this one is $170 US. So here we're just comparing these two bows because we got the PHOENIX in the longest length that they make and the Skywalker is in the shortest length, so it's just for you to compare this length that you can get your bow in. Just if you can look here, it's significantly shorter. Just a side note, the Skywalk can be gotten in the same length that the PHOENIX is in. So it's a nice black color. If you get closer, it's got a bit of a texture to it. So it's a nice black. And then this is, I guess, pretty soft for where your hand goes. So here's the arrow pass too, and just for preservation's sake, we're gonna put tape on it when shooting just to try and keep its integrity longer. Okay, so now we put the arrow pass on. Jack gave me some trouble because I didn't put it on nice enough, apparently. He thinks it's ugly, but I have no opinion. Whatever, it's there to preserve the bow. And then we'll take a look at the characters that they've put on the back. It's in Chinese, a Sinmyeonggung. In Korea, they did use Chinese characters before this King Sejong created the Korean alphabet. In Chinese, it's Sinmyeonggung.
But it's God, clear, bow. Those are the three words. Here it is, made in Korea. PHOENIX. Their budget version is 53-inch length, 40 pounds at 31 inches. In my personal opinion, I think they should have gone with the Korean words. It's a little strange to see Chinese characters, but you know, I get the history of Korea. They did use Chinese characters at some point.
Yeah, they invented the Korean alphabet to be easier because there's too much things to memorize, so the common person can read.
Do you find Chinese hard?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see here the rubber string bridges. There's a bit of exposed wood. Might be maple. And then there's a leather cover on it. This is a fast flight string, and then if we go along the string, you can see here Jack's put a bit of tape. This is just to mark where I would put the arrow on the bow. It also helps in doing thumb draw. I know Jack's big about thumb draw. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a Mediterranean draw.
You like it?
Yeah.
Good job.
That's what I was aiming for the whole time. Finally got it.
Nice. Okay, let's test the PHOENIX, the Korean PHOENIX. So the price is cheaper than the Monarch or the Majesty. It does look more basic, but that's what you get, right? It's a basic bow, and still not fiberglass, not pure fiberglass, laminated. So if you're one of those guys like me who's like price first, this is the one. You ready? Yep, let's test the Daylite PHOENIX Chronograph. What's 151 FPS for a 40-pound bow. 154 FPS. Finger draw. About 35 pounds at 29 maybe.
155?
155. What's your draw length, sir?
I would say about 30, 31.
Oh, 31 inches? Okay. So about 40-pound bow. 159 FPS. Not bad for a 40-pound bow. $161 FPS. Okay, we got the biggest bow in the world right now. This it's very strong. It has a very high FPS. 118 FPS on a maybe what 30-pound bow at 10 inches.
You can't really,
10
you
inch?
can't measure it. But it is unconventional, so.
Well, you probably can. It's
Put the arm. Ooh, that was the first shot. I think the arrows are a little overspined. It's a little too stiff for it. So it's been about a few months, and I took my time shooting this thing. Ultimately, I think this is an excellent bow for beginners to try out traditional Korean archery. Like, look, this is the cheapest Korean bow made in Korea that I can find. And even still, it's such a good quality bow. It's still a laminated bow. There's fiberglass, there's carbon, there's maple. It's a laminated bow for $170, and that includes shipping. So it's a very reasonable price for a laminate bow, and it's the cheapest traditional Korean bow that I can find from the perspective as a North American. And still, they do not sacrifice in quality. I've put many rounds into this, and it has not failed me. And in terms of the structure inside, it's got the general materials compared to even their higher end bows, such as the Monarch. Majesty is different, but their Monarch, for example, has very similar structural materials. So it's just the cosmetics, really. Yeah, it's kind of plain. They didn't really decorate it, but you know, it's their basic bow. They just have a basic fabric covering, but structurally, it's pretty good. Ultimately, I think this is a great deal. The fact that it can be pulled to 34 inches is incredible. You know, I think this is a great thing to start out for anyone who wants to start Asiatic archery to practice thumb draw. You can do Slavic draw if you want. You can do Mediterranean draw or even pinch draw if you want. The bow will let you do anything. You can be a lefty or a righty. You can shoot both sides. The only thing I don't like about them is that arrow pass. The arrow pass wears out so quickly, so I gotta put tape on. Can't complain too much about it. Thanks for watching. This is Jack Fang from Historical Archery, and stay tuned for more videos.